my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? I'm coming with the looks. I'm trying to be as diverse as I can be. Do you know that this is a wig? It's a wig that I kind of stripped in front. I resewed it. I'm going to do an episode for you guys on wigs that can look really more realistic, I guess. What can I tell you? The dress, it's a dress. You can see it's got the bottom, like so it's attached. I got it from H&M. Forever ago. I'm talking about maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah. How are you, my darlings? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you are so very welcome to my abode. We are going to continue this week with style tips, fashion tips, etiquette. I had done an episode, it's always like that. And you know, I always listen to you guys. I did an episode where you guys really loved. What was I talking about? She's forever talking. Ah, yes. It was the 10 tips of dating. And I had talked about how when you go out for dinner, make sure you eat first. So you don't you just start eating there. Number 2. When you are going out on a date and you're going for dinner, make sure you've eaten at home first. What was that for me? I'm going to dinner. I want to enjoy my meal. No, not necessarily. You can enjoy your meal. You can have a little snack, a little tete-a-tete, kind of, sort of. But eat before you leave. Never look too desperate, too eager, too hungry. I learned that from my father. My father was the former Commissioner for Health, Lagos State. And they invited them for dinners and all kinds of events throughout his career. And he told me, because he was sitting down, I said, Daddy, but are you not going for dinner? He said, yes, I am, but I like to eat. So that way, when they serve, they don't serve, I don't like the food, this, that, or whatever, I'm not focused on the meal. I'm focused on the company and what I have to say there. It was so fabulous. It struck gold with me. And I practiced that. And you will see the shift in the date. Because you know they're eating. You understand me? And girls, please, well, I'll do another episode on etiquette, on how you're to eat your soups, and which fork goes where, what spoon goes where, and so on and so forth. We'll have an episode on that. But when you go for your dinner, you are completely, absolutely indifferent because you've satisfied your belly. I have seen situations where girls have really compromised themselves for a plate of food that they're going to poop out in less than 12 hours. It's a shame because it could have gone very differently. So that is number 2. We don't want that look. And a lot of you said, Fumi, teach me on etiquette, on how to set a table, on what pieces of cutlery to take when I'm at a table. And I said, we're going to do that episode. But before we do that episode, we have to have what? Good manners. Somebody asked me, describe a high-value woman. This is what a high-value woman would do. It's a matter of good manners. Good table manners. Good outside manners. You're just a good-mannered human being. The first tip I will give you, self-respect, self-love. When you love yourself, when you sincerely love and respect yourself, you will not put yourself in uncompromising positions where you will be treated shabbily. That's the first point of manners. When you love yourself, you will behave in a decent manner. Alrighty, here we go, because you know I have my list. Lateness. It's such bad manners. It is such bad manners. It doesn't show that you have any respect for the people that you are holding up. If everybody has agreed to a time and you don't have the simple decency, half hour, to you being wherever you should be, that you can't pick up the phone, that you cannot text and say, guys, I'm so sorry, I'm running late. That's the issue. It's not so much that you are late, it's that you didn't let anybody else know that you are running late so that they don't have to rush there, they don't have to wait, and they can use that extra time for other things. But you see, you've deprived them of that, of using that other time, and then you're showing up late. It already puts a bad taste in anybody's mouth. For sure, mine. It's bad manners. It's bad table manners. It's bad party manners, guest manners, any kind of manners. Have you noticed nobody is late for the airport? You don't miss your flight for the airport because they will leave without you. And that's what you should adopt. If somebody doesn't show up, leave without them so that they learn. Bad manners. Don't be late. If you cannot help it, and that has happened to all of us, it is such good manners, so polite to alert your party that you are going to be late, that you are running late. Please enforce that. Please, please, please. You will see a huge difference in the way people take you seriously, because they look at it that you just don't take any value for time. So obviously your life is not of any value. You're not doing anything where you do not value time. I value my time. I value every inch of my time, because I can be working, or I can be with Paduski, or I can be with Ula, or I can be doing research for my channel, for my brand. I'm doing something. At this stage of the game, you will never see me just sitting down watching TV. I have too many things to do. My time is valuable. Respect other people's time, and don't show up late if you do not have to. And if you do, what? Let them know. Shouting. I have some friends. Fumi! How are you? Shouting. It's bad manners. Restaurant, hey, yay. Bad manners. At a party, yes, because everything is loud. But you're coming for a dinner. Other people are having dinner. Other people are also at the museum gallery. They don't want their voices to be drowned because somebody is shouting. It's not necessary. It is not necessary for you to shout. This one is tough, but I've learned it over time. As much as people can test you, try not to lose your composure in public. I meet Fumi Nation every single day. I make sure that I look decent, because somebody is watching me at all times. And I have learned to show how upset I am, or pissed off, or whatever, without losing my composure. I would say something like, I'm very disappointed, you know, I expected A, B, and C. How can we rectify this? And that's another thing I have learned, actually. I don't really get upset or pissed off with people I don't really know. It's not necessary. If you see two people screaming and shouting, you don't know who's right, who's wrong. You just see two people screaming and shouting. Have you noticed that? Don't be one of those two people, which leads to cursing and swearing. It's tacky. It's tacky. I kid you not. It's tacky. For a lady, it's not necessary. Lady of a certain age, absolutely not necessary. You can always convey what you have to say without shouting, without screaming, without acting crazy. I want to say that the only time that I perhaps would become unhinged would be anything in relation to Adrian. But I don't surround myself with, no, you know, it would be something, or you know, I can't imagine. I would take Adrian and walk away. I don't want Adrian to see me like that. Adrian is in a constantly happy environment Ola and I don't argue in front of him. We don't. How much more raise our voices or whatever? We don't. Ever. It's really learned behavior. You can learn that. You don't have to swear, curse. You really do not. Shouting, screaming, take it outside, MF, you understand me? It's not necessary. It is not necessary. It's not a good look. Being drunk in public. Before you know it, you've taken your shoes off. You're walking barefoot on the street. You're vomiting by the side of a car. Watch your liquor. For a couple of reasons. It's tacky. You look careless. People won't say it, but I'm telling you now. You look careless. And you open up yourself to danger. You look as if, she has other issues. She needs to drink. She loves her booze. Do it at home. Get drunk at home and sleep off. But if you're going out, have 1-2 drinks and call it a day. It's so important when it comes to the way you project yourself outside. You came in, you were looking gorgeous, hair, everything looking fabulous. In a matter of 4-5 hours, you're drunk. Your heels, you're lopsided. You don't even know what you're doing. Somebody now has to take on the responsibility of making sure you get home. And then you throw up in his car. Oh God. No, not fabulous. I couldn't believe it. And I'm going to do it. You've eaten. You take your glass or drink. You use your drink to rinse out your mouth and the food that you've eaten, and then swallow it down. Extremely uncouth. Please don't do that. Don't stop the waiter and say, "Where's the toilet?" Say, "Excuse me." Get up. You will see a waiter at a restaurant and ask, "Where's the powder room?" Don't start saying latrine. The toilet. And shouting it out. Please don't. Please don't. Wash your hands. No matter what, wash your hands when you come out of the bathroom and come again. Don't pick your nose. Okay, tissue. Don't do that. Don't take tissue and take a toothpick and be digging and be talking at the dinner table. I've seen it 100 times. Man, is that what she said? I didn't know. Wait, let me. Horrible. I don't care if that strip of meat is in between your teeth. You get up and you go to the powder room and you take it out. And please, ladies, close your legs. I can see the full volcano from 2 tables away. You do realize others are seeing the volcano from underneath. You're looking gorgeous. The legs are spread eagle underneath. You're talking about you're relaxed, you're outside. Nobody can see. Everybody can see. Close your legs. Close your legs. If it's uncomfortable for you to lift one leg over the other, then fold them over by your ankles. It's good table manners. I see this also. You don't want to scratch. You start banging there. Do not, please. No, please. If your hair is itching you, just rub it a little bit. Really, there's a big difference. Oh yeah, you didn't say. And then swing your hair and leave it at that. If you really need to itch, get up again and go and scratch in private in the ladies' room. That's why we have the powder room. That's why you have the toilets, and you can come out, you can wash your hands. There's mirrors, there's tissues, there's hand lotion, you know, depending on what restaurant you go to or whatever. But you can usually sort yourself out. For the high-end restaurants, there's usually a lady in waiting there, and she's got safety pins, she's got loose buttons, she's got all kinds of things. Velcro, just in case you have little incidents or whatever, which you should have in your bag regardless. You should have eyelash glue just in case, because the wind can be fierce when you're driving up there. You forget that, you know what, it's a different frequency. Then you're like this all night, and you can't even focus on the date. No. On the next episode, we're going to go how to eat at the table. But these are the manners that I would love for you to incorporate when you're going out. When you're going out on a date, it's extremely important that you look pleasant, but you also behave pleasantly. All of my love, darlings. And I will see you what? I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button down there, and I will see you guys when? Very, very soon. All of my love. Let me know. And if you think of any others and you've been appalled at the behavior, let me know. Okay? Bye-bye.